What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Wes Björnsson here, representing Country Crush. Welcome to the group where we talk about arm wrestling, powerlifting, and strongman. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? So we're here. We're at the 506, the WAL season finale. Some big, stupid, crazy shit happened, and we're going to talk about all of it. But before we get into all that, the Grip channel now has merch, so if you guys are into t-shirts and hoodies and all that kind of bullshit, check the description down there. I am working with new artists to make new designs at least once a month, so always check back down there because it might be something new. Alright guys, 406. We all know the match that we want to talk about, but we got to talk about the other matches first. I guess to get it out of the way, Micah Yellow and Jujimufu was the prelim match, the first match. Not a whole lot of point talking about that because that was fucking ridiculous. Micah Yellow obviously smashed Jujimufu. Flash pinned him first round. I'm not even going to show it. Flash pinned him first round, played with him second round, pinned him, played with him third round, pinned him. The whole ordeal took less than a minute if you string the matches together. That was nonsense. It was really just based on Jujimufu's giant following, trying to bring followers in, which is cool. I'm cool with it. I wish they had thought that through a little harder. So, the first match on the card, the first match of the day, Tony Kotowski versus Sam Harris. Now, this was supposed to be a lightweight championship match. Tony Kotowski did not make weight by 2 pounds, which in my opinion was ridiculous. There's always a clothes allowance of 2 to 5 pounds, and they just weren't going to give it to him. Now, also, I don't want to come off like I'm defending Tony too much. When you're at a professional level, when you're at this level, making this kind of money, make fucking weight. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do to make weight. Now, there apparently he kind of alluded that there might have been a health scare due to his monster cut. If that's the case, man, I totally get it. That kind of shit is scary, but it is what it is. On to the match.
Go. Underway we go! Massive drive and look at the back pressure from Harris. He's got the brakes on, but Kotowski just too much horsepower. Tighten that down. He wants it close. Sam, as I said, he wants the gap. He wants the space to move into. And he hasn't really found it there. He's in trouble. Kotowski trying to force it, needs to be patient because Sam will post the... Oh, that's a great transition. Kotowski with a superb... A lot of maturity in this match shown by Kotowski. He'll want to close that space down. Sam climbing back. He did it. He bumped to the side hard. Now that's a much better move from Sam Harris. He did exactly what he needed to do. And from there, he has something. Believe me, Harris has something. And he got it. There it is.
It first got Harris into competitive arm wrestling. 2-1 Kotowski, Neil.
Here we go. Big drive from Kotowski, and Kotowski's gone for the defensive position, and that will pay dividends. He's got a massive amount of power there. Kotowski starting to extend now. Harris must stay with that match, but he's horribly extended. He's horribly extended, and I don't think it's possible from there.
Those first 2 pulls went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Tony Kotowski was just too powerful. Sam Harris couldn't really get in that angle that he wanted. Sam slipping, going to the straps, and just basically struggling to stay alive the whole time. Now in that third match, I think there was a little bit of an early go on Sam. Tony could not catch the angle in the right way. Sam got real tight on his side, which looked beautiful. I mean, it's Sam Harris's thing. He got real tight. Had I been Sam Harris, I would have burned Tony a little more there. Just hold him and let him work because you know you can win from this position. But he didn't. He pretty much pinned him when he could. Even in that moment, with Sam having all that, it still didn't look easy. That pin did not look like Sam was just teabagging. Tony, even in that high supinated, pure bicep position, powerful fucking dude. And in that final match, slip straps. Tony doesn't get hit on early. He gets the jump, but actually his bicep starts to look like it's going. Tony's bicep connection is out here somewhere, and he just kind of starts moving to the side. Pretty much finishes it with side pressure. I think Sam was in that third match, and it 2% more strength out of Sam in one of those angles that he was trying to attack from. I think he might have had that match. But Tony, good job, man. That's 3-1. Tony Kotowski takes it. Next up is Justin Bishop versus RVJ. Let's get into it.
Trace around fired.
Close your hands. Go.
On the way we go. Bishop has that one. Whoa! Throughout his career. Don't hang on. Hit back. There's that drive, and the brakes have gone on. Very different arm wrestling match now, ladies and gents. Vidgent Jr. is alive. Oh, this is Vidgent's match, believe me. He's taking control, and now the smile breaks on the face of Rob Vidgent Jr. 1-1, leveling one.
Back pressure,
1-1.
Say go. Close your hands. Go.
On the way, Rob Vidgent Jr. woke up, and he's in control. He's looking at Bishop. Justin's arm is strong, but no. Retain the hammer. Justin Bishop needs to kick the damn thing off the hinges. Oh, Vidgent Jr. Boom! There goes the...
That first match, kind of a shocker. Justin Bishop pretty much just side pressures through RVJ. Straight to the pad. RVJ, you know, they're in the straps. They've slipped at this point. RVJ stopping, putting the brakes on just a bit, but not enough to really get a foothold back in the match. Justin finishes with that almost pure side pressure movement. The second match, however, went a little more like I think a lot of us expected it to. Bishop still hit real hard sideways and almost got the pin, but RVJ found a little pronation spot in there, dug himself back to center, and then something happens with RVJ. He's gotta rev his engine up before he's RVJ, you know. And I think that kind of happened in this match. So he got back to center, and then you can see a little smile on his face right before the pin. The third match was a legitimate match, man. I feel like it could have gone either way. Justin Bishop definitely held his own. RVJ feeling comfortable, smiling, making faces at Bishop. This whole fight is almost a pure side pressure fight. I'm not seeing a whole lot of other angles, but like I said, this whole event was almost completely dictated by like cup go sideways, which is a lot of fun to watch. The third match, the fourth and final match. Justin, you know, they slip out. Justin's in the strap trying to get real crazy posted high. Bart keeps pushing him down, getting him back in order. Bart calls the go and nothing moves. I don't know if Justin didn't fire because he's injured. I see his hand was bleeding pretty bad. He was holding onto his knee. There's some weirdness there, but he definitely didn't fire to the full of his ability. And RVJ kind of smiles at the camera, smiles at Justin, and then sideways it is. Congratulations, RVJ, man. You killed it. You did a good job. Justin Bishop, I'm a big fan, and you always impress me, man. Your frame does not convey the level of power you put out, and it's always impressive. On to the next one. Next up, we've got the women's match, which is what a lot of people were looking forward to. It is Gabby Vasconcelos versus Sarah Backman. This match did not go how I thought it would. Let's watch.
Always been a shy lady. Massive drive from Vasconcelos.
Wow.
Whoa. There it is from above. Boom. Oh, look at that elbow.
Yeah.
Looked like an elbow foul there. Ben just looking at her face there. She seems quite calm.
She
quite
does.
confident.
I'd agree with you.
Big drive. Oh, we're on the inside. Wow. Really well. Look from the upward angle there. It was actually Sarah. This is a girl that bench presses. Oh, look at that.
No foul there.
How's that one? Oh, yeah. She said, is that fair enough? Well, big drive there, but it's all hand and wrist. Look at the power. Gabby's just got too much in all areas. You can't overstate it. Crazy strength. Look at that. Look at that. She's stonewalling Backman, allowing Sarah to pull at her and then gently squeezes.
Okay, so what was going on? Gabby, obviously the superior power. Those first couple of times, she's launching into Sarah and fouling, elbow fouling really hard. I mean, it was very obvious, especially from the top down angle. Elbow fouling super hard, But those hits kind of wear you out, man. Even if your opponent is catching fouls, just getting launched into over and over, it's tiresome. I think she caught 3 or 4 in a row unanswered because of the foul count, right? And then by the time we get into like the actual scoreboard of the match, Gabby is just so powerful going that way that there's nothing Sarah can do. So, congratulations, Gabby Vasconcelos. You are now officially on my radar. I don't know how you weren't before because everybody else seems to know who the fuck you are. But yeah, total victory. Good job. Next up, we've got Devin Larratt versus Wagner Bortolato. Let's get into this.
I was 9 when he was born.
Here we go, Neil.
Massive drive. Sets that. But look at that from Larratt. He's got the horsepower and he stays with it. Bortolato trying to reconnect with that wrist. Needs to be patient, stay with it and gather his arm. Doesn't want to burn out. And this is a bleed now.
Yep.
Bortolato is from Brazil. He's very familiar with the anaconda. And Devin Larratt right now is an anaconda.
Yes.
He'll wait for the move. He'll wait for the mistake. He will squeeze, he will tighten, and he'll try to choke the life out of Bortolato. Wagner doesn't know he's beat though. And
This
he
is
hits
unreal.
with ferocity and chaos. Big drive. Devin Larratt.
Oh, man.
So early.
Close your hands.
Big drive, and this time Bortolato stays a little tighter, but look at the face of
Yes.
Devin Larratt. He knows he's right in this match, and he starts to apply that pressure. There's the squeeze. Now he'll apply up pressure into Wagner's hand at that point. Wagner needs to tighten, needs to stay with his arm. Don't expose that hand and wrist. The leverage, the height and length of the forearm of Devin gives him so many options, and he'll try to make just minor adjustments as the match progresses. Test different. Oh, he's going for a dad move. He's moving down to the wrist.
Huh?
He's
He
trying
told
to
us that
embarrass it.
this morning.
Moves down and tries to
Yeah.
grip the wrist of Bortolato.
Yep.
That's a brave move with Bortolato's strength in the joint. Long, grinding, brutal pull. 45 seconds of absolute
timer there.
pain, but you can see there in terms of
Close
technique,
your hands.
he can pick his poison. Great attempt from Mike. Tried
I
hard.
got one. I got one
No,
false
it
start.
doesn't matter.
Just saying, set me in the dad move.
Yeah.
Set me
Yeah,
down.
I caught that.
Big drive again from Wagner. He exploded out of the blocks, trying to use that strap to finish the game, but it'll be very, very hard to finish Devin Larratt from there. But I'll tell you what, he's about to. He's about
Got him.
to, and there's the pin. Wow! Don't mess with Giant Jesus. You let this guy jump. Get burned.
He came all the way from Brazil.
He's a really good guy.
He's a really good dude.
He's a really good dude.
Hands, go.
Big drive again. There's Devin's counter. Couldn't finish though. Goes again and can't finish. Very close that time, and I think that
There
was
it
a
is,
pin.
Neil.
Yeah.
Took care of it.
Exactly as we expected, Ben.
Okay, so before I get into everything, everybody keeps talking about Devin Larratt. This is the Devin Larratt I loved. He's given up the King's move and he's back to who we remember him being. Guys, he just doesn't have a King's move on the left-hand side. Devin is still fully capable of hooking and top rolling and all the other shit Devin's always been able to do. He just has recently discovered how powerful that King's move is on the right hand. But on the left hand, he doesn't have, I guess, the coordination to really cement that move yet. I did enjoy watching Devin pulling a hook. I never felt like he was in danger, even the time he lost to that press. I'm a press guy. I know that Devin's position was perfect to counter. I think Devin might have just given it away. You can even hear at one part, Devin walks over to Jody and he's like, he flew all the way from Brazil. I have to give him at least one. And I think that actually is what happened. I never felt like Devin Larratt was in danger. Devin Larratt 3-1. Congratulations, though. Before we move on to the next match, now that left-handed is open in the WAL, what does that mean? It means that Travis Bagent is probably coming back. I can't see a world where we don't invite Travis Bagent. I know contracts and all that shit kind of get in the way, but it is my understanding that Kaplan still holds Travis's contract. So, we're going to start seeing Travis Bagent again. And I'm all fucking okay with that. All right, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of last night of WL 506. Jerry Cadorette versus Michael Todd.
Raise your hands. Go.
Big drive. Wow! Big drive there from Todd. This time he gets some purchase. The elbow is on the pad firmly, and he's starting to apply the walk onto Jerry. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been here before with these big boys.
Yes, we have.
Jerry Cadorette is starting to put the grind onto Mike, but this time you can see that Michael Todd's face is very different. He's relaxed, he's calm. This is all in the strategy. He's now engaged the King's move. He's pronated hard, but I'll tell you what, that's actually more of a defensive top roll. He hasn't really hit his Kings yet. He's just led back, and he's looking to apply that pressure into Jerry. Jerry is trying to time Michael. He's trying to just make sure that he doesn't expend too much energy until the right time. You'll see the clock is counting away. We're up around the 50-second mark, and both these men are still pretty relaxed. What we do know about them is that both men are conditioned for the long game, but Michael is gaining ground now, Ben.
Yes. He is doing that as we're now at 1:10 in this pull.
Now Michael will try to transition soon. He'll feel for the gap, and when he feels the breath, if Jerry lets off the pressure, Michael will jump behind his arm and he'll press through for the finish. That's what he's looking for. He's climbing, and this is a top roll. There's no King's move there. Yeah. He's in a defensive lead-back top roll. He's been training that extensively, and he's watching. He's waiting for that bump. He's waiting for the mistake. If he feels it from Cadorette, he will jump behind his arm. And I'll tell you what, Michael's trying to put the bleed on Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry is working very, very hard here, and Michael is not.
Yep.
Little climb, little adjustment. Michael working that angle.
Great look at it there.
Yeah, and he's making sure that he doesn't get his elbow into a position where Jerry can expose it. That's better from Jerry. Feels a little bit of a relaxation there in Michael, and he punished him for it. Michael adjusts. Real technical match from Mike. Jerry is just a warrior from a different planet.
2 minutes and 15 seconds and counting now in this second pull with Cadorette up 1-0.
It's always the second round we see this happen, and I'll tell you what, Michael's feeling the pace now. Michael went from a relaxed position to a lot less relaxed in a heartbeat, but now he's gaining ground.
Yeah.
And watch for the transition. If Jerry breathes, Michael will sting him, and he'll sting him hard. So look at him testing, supinating, bringing his lower palm in, turning his lower palm into Jerry's arm, waiting for that little spot. It's a fraction, a heartbeat. When he feels that moment, he'll immediately transition to the press himself. But Jerry,
trying to get it going,
won't back off. He's just keeping that pressure applied. He is an absolute grinder.
Over 3 minutes now.
Ludicrous length of arm wrestling match.
Do you recall the longest you ever had in your outstanding career?
Yeah, the longest match I ever pulled in was just over 9 minutes.
9?
But a lot of it was resting. I couldn't finish the guy and he couldn't finish me, and we backed off a lot. That's not what we're seeing here. These guys, Michael there, went for the transition, couldn't get it. Goes back to that relaxed position again, and Jerry trying to bump down again. Look at this. Both men now, the elasticity is gone.
Yes.
Both men are in a really, really bad place. Michael trying to extend, and Jerry's elbow was so close to coming off there. Just needs to watch that a little bit. They'll start to lose feeling in their hand and wrist. These guys will need a stuntman to go to the bathroom after this match. Let me tell you, neither man will have any feeling in their hand for days.
Approaching, and we've now reached 4 minutes in this pull.
Unbelievable, career-ending death match. But what this does say is that Jerry Cadorette is fit and healthy, and he's trying to finish this match and bring back some painful memories for Michael Todd.
Yeah.
How much endurance has Michael got? He said that his arm would need to break for him to lose this match.
He did. He told us that this morning.
We know that Mike's very smart and calculating. We know that he will try to bleed his opponent in ways they don't want to be bled. But Jerry Cadorette is putting some burn on that arm.
No.
Jerry looking for a pin that isn't there. It's not a sign that he's fatiguing. Oh, there's the transition.
There it is.
You breathe, you get more.
Close your hands. Go.
And away we go. Massive drive, and we are back in the same spot, ladies and gents.
We are.
Cadorette is such a grinder. Jerry's just not got a backward step in him. Michael hanging on to him there, holding him up. Needs to get a little more A-side though. Needs to try and engage that arm a little bit. He's carving out, and Jerry trying to get it arm on arm. Michael looks like he's got plenty left in the tank in the position. That was a pin.
Wow! It's a 2-1. Can win it.
Big drive again
victory.
from Mike, but Mike didn't get anywhere near the purchase he wanted there. Now he's trying to climb. Little collections there. And we'll see the guys fall back into that familiar pattern of arm wrestling. Both men absolute masters of what they do. And
Rebecca.
you can see Rebecca there, but let's focus on what's going on at that arm wrestling table, because
100%.
that's where the action is. And it's what's going on in their mind that matters most. And Michael Todd now is trying to connect and stay on the A side, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to initiate. He needs to make sure that he runs the match a little more, rather than allowing Jerry to make the running, because Jerry won't back off. He's going to keep on coming and keep on coming.
Clock is now at 50 seconds in this poll. Already had a 4-minute and 50-second poll in this championship tilt, Neil.
Big drive from Jerry there, no change, but Michael Todd will be very, very conscious of Jerry's attack now, and he's really going to the bank. Jerry is driving on hard there. Cadorette smells blood in the water. Wow. And the gingerbread man is driving hard. Michael Todd collects his position, must stay connected to that shoulder, and he will do. Watch for the press from Monster Michael Todd. He's setting it up, it's coming, and it's gonna come hard. Jerry will be aware of that, and he'll try to shut down that light, but I'm not sure he can do so from there. But I've been wrong before. Jerry Cadorette is a remarkable arm wrestler. This guy is the most underrated super heavyweight probably ever to do it. And I'll tell you what, he is earning a lot of fans and a lot of respect right here, and I'm sure he'll earn the respect to Michael Todd.
Coming up on 2 minutes now. We've reached it in this poll, Neil.
An insane level of endurance shown from these arm wrestlers. Michael Todd and Jerry Cadorette. Michael needs to be careful that he doesn't expose his shoulder and that Jerry doesn't jump on him himself. Jerry trying to keep his elbow down, and it's coming up. Bart's all over it, but Jerry's good there. May have taken a foul, didn't do, collected himself. Michael's still looking to transition around. If he can find that leverage point, we know what's coming. He'll jump on it and finish the match. Jerry Cadorette is giving no daylight.
No.
It's constant side pressure, constant down pressure, constant commitment.
I got one elbow on Jerry off the front.
Cadorette needs to win now just to get the restart.
Yeah.
But there's a mental battle going on right now, and Michael Todd will not want to let that happen under any circumstances.
Right.
Jerry so
What he'll
far.
look for is to make sure that he lets Jerry know that if it comes down to that dogfight, he's right there. Jerry losing his hand a little, and Michael's set his arm a little better. But his elbow is horribly tucked under, and that doesn't give him the opportunity to press from anywhere. He's got to wait, and he's got to move Jerry quite a long way. And Jerry is blocking with his body. Look at the angle there. He's blocking with bone, with sinew, with tendon. It's hard to drive
Got one
through.
runner on you.
Cadorette just asked. Foul on him. It is a running foul on him.
Elbow on you, Jerry.
Jerry ain't backing off, Ben.
No,
Jerry
he's not.
is right. Look at him. I mean, where has his mind gone right now? Jerry Cadorette has gone to a very special place, and he could just be fatiguing Mike Todd here. And you can hear the crowd.
Unreal.
Michael Todd trying to get behind his arm again and engage that shoulder, but we saw, whoa, big drive from Mike.
Yes.
Huge drive. That was a
Got 2 fouls, restart. What the fuck?
scary moments on the
Close
start
your
of
hand.
this match,
Go.
because neither man will react in the way. Look, Michael's hand wouldn't close there. He was trying to close his hand and it just wouldn't react. Jerry Cadorette needs to keep. Ooh, Dangerous signs there as Mike goes for that little test bump, and he ran into a red brick wall. Jerry Cadorette just turning his body, supinating that hand. The pronation from Michael Todd, and he's looking for a little rest spot there, trying to base his hips, and went for a mini transition there. He'll be a little nervous about doing that now because he knows that the last time he did, Jerry jumped on him. Jerry
he did.
Equal to it on the tricep, and this guy's endurance on that tricep is huge.
Cadorette,
Go in there, Cadorette going to the bank. Very, very dangerous times there. Michael stays composed, but Jerry smells blood in the water. He knows how close he is to that hammer now. He can almost close his hand around it, but Michael Todd reacts and finds something from somewhere very few men have ever been.
Digging deep.
Cadorette now, driving down with every fiber of his soul to claim what he believes is his. The heavyweight championship of the world has evaded the Gingerbread Man for so long. Could tonight be the night when he claims it?
I'm not talking to you.
Michael Todd trying to squeak back, trying to hold that position when he finds you. Oh, so close to being exposed there. His shoulder not functioning correctly. Jerry trying to just get that bump surprise finish. Use the momentum. Wow! Very close. Michael Todd is in an heel. Michael, watch for the press. Oh, incredible position. We're losing the strap. The strap has come off at the top of the pin there. Michael said he'd have to break his arm, and I thought it may go there. Wow.
Over 2 minutes now, Neil.
Ludicrous position. Michael has no purchase.
No.
He's lost the strap connection on his hand, and it's hard to pull from there. It is really hard to pull from there. What an unbelievable battle.
Crazy.
The ugliest of positions. Huge commitment. Michael Todd trying to hang in there, talking to Mark Wood, claiming that the elbow of Jerry Cadorette was off the pad. His elbow is very, very close to the front there. It looks like it is off the pad. It is off the pad. It's on the money there. That looked to me like Jerry's elbow was off the front of the pad. No call, and the referees are right there. It's not now. And Michael Todd hanging in there. Incredible circumstances. Try, concentrate on the match, Michael Todd. You cannot afford. Elbow ball did come up there, and Michael needs the win to get the restart. The drama continues, and Michael Todd needs to stay in this match. What a ludicrous, there's a second foul.
That's three. That's what Dave Chafee did against him. He did not put his elbow back down. That is a runner.
We're not ending it like
that. That's bullshit. That's a runner. Dave Chafee lost to Devin doing the same shit.
Go to your corners. I want to look at the video.
But you know
So Bart's going to look at it.
Yeah, you know what, Jerry, that's a shame because Jerry was looking for a way out to get the restart there. And you can understand why.
No way. Yes, he did. Not a hammer match. Doesn't matter. You tried to get out of it.
You know,
I'm done. Bullshit.
Michael needs to just take a breath and calm down here. Jerry looking for a way out there. He lifted his elbow up on purpose to try and get the restart.
That's the rule. Give me my fucking hammer. I won this shit. I mean, fuck it. You know I'm telling the truth.
That's it. Michael Todd.
All right, so what happened? Well, not exactly what we thought would happen. Mike played that really smart as far as the arm wrestling portion of the game goes. You get that really extended, highly extended King's move. Jerry's flop just eats that shit alive. We saw it last time. So this time around, Mike Todd kind of used a open top roll. He's not near his bone lock really. He's still got quite a few degrees before he gets to that bone lock. So it definitely wasn't a King's move. It was like an offensive top roll, and he keeps supinating, getting higher, supinating, getting higher. Textbook what you're supposed to do against a strong flop guy. But Jerry is a goddamn animal and would not give it up. Jerry's a machine. I press. I'm a floppy boy. If you get that high on my hand, there is no question you're taking me. Jerry did not have that quandary. This is not even close. So the matches were just these long, drawn-out epics, these Viking sagas of 4 and 5 minute matches over and over and over. Flop versus open top roll, flop versus open top roll. Mike kept bumping to see if he could get into that press, and he did one time. But pretty much it was to Jerry's benefit to kind of get a restart. Mike Todd wins 3-2. Okay, so now we can talk about the bullshit. So, where do I even start? I guess I should start with this. Both of those competitors and all of us viewers got fucked last night. And it was the fault of the reffing of WAL. Now, I'm not going to pinpoint it on Bart. Bart is told what to do by a higher power, who is also told what to do by a higher power, i.e. Steve Kaplan. But there's just so little cementing of the rules. Listen, world fucking wide, if you have two fighters in the strap that have become separated, the match is stopped, the strap is reapplied. That is a worldwide, it shouldn't even be questioned. And Bart kept telling them to keep pulling. Bart is a good ref. He's a solid arm wrestler. He knows exactly what's going on up there. He fucked up last night. I don't know if it was somebody in his ear telling him to do that or if it was his call, but that was rough to watch. That last match, Jerry is in a spot where even if he had touched the table with his own palm, Michael Todd would have been above the pin pad, making it physically impossible for him to pin Michael Todd regardless of what he did. He couldn't pin. In a situation like that, you're giving favor to the person who got the better side of the fucked up strap, i.e. Michael Todd. And that's horrible. That match should have been restarted as soon as that strap gave way. I don't think it broke. It just sort of opened. So yes, I don't think the fault was Jerry's or Michael's. I think the fault was that strap. Strap should have been reapplied. What Jerry did, the raising and launching to get a restart, yeah, it's a kind of a shitty move, and yeah, Dave Chafee did it to Devin and got fouled out. But he should have never got to that point. That match should have been stopped, the strap should have been reapplied. Okay, now Mike Todd. I like Mike. I've been a fan for a long time. Watching him last night really disappointed me. Not just as an arm wrestler, but as a fan. He was cussing at the audience, talking about, fuck you guys, you don't know what you're talking about. He went up to Steve Kaplan and said, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not fucking pulling that shit again. He went and got the hammer and then walked out. They had to go back into the entryway toward back the locker rooms and convince him to turn around and come back. I can't condone it, man. I can't condone it. It is super entertaining to watch, but I mean, do we want to turn our sport into Jerry Springer? I mean, is that what we're doing? I don't want that. Drama is very interesting to watch, and it's super. The entertainment value is through the fucking roof, but it cheapens our sport. I just feel like tantrums like that are detrimental to what we're all trying to work for. Now, I know Mike was injured, and I know Mike was scared. The championship was on the line. His hammer was on the line. And Mike, like I said, was injured. And he probably thought, if I got to pull him again, I'm going to lose. So I've got to make these fouls. I've got to make them be enforced. I totally get it. But the way you went about it, Mike, was wrong, man. It was wrong. I don't agree with it. I don't think most of the community agrees with it. Anyway, guys, that was my 506 recap. I hate that it ended that way. We've waited all year to see this match. We've all been hyped. They've been hyped. Think how much they've trained both of them for it to end like this. I wish Mike had just been like, you know what, restart it, and if I lose, I fucking lose. I wish Jerry had never taken his arm off the pad and bumped it. But most of all, I wish that fucking strap had been reapplied. Anyway, guys, I'm Wes Björnsson. This is The Grip, and I hope to catch you next time.